Howdy, Christopher Cook, your Chief of Police here in White Settlement with another edition of On the Job. I hope everyone is enjoying their holiday week, as our community and police department certainly has a lot to be thankful for. Over the past 2 weeks, we were able to celebrate a very special 103rd birthday with longtime resident Virgie Gildon.
Birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Virgie, happy birthday to you.
Our public safety team and city manager joined together to ensure Miss Gildon had a very special day. Happy birthday. Our P.A.W.S Animal Services team also hosted a microchipping event last Saturday to encourage residents to get their furry friends microchipped. You probably are aware that microchipping can certainly help reunite a pet with their owner in the event that your furry friend gets separated. For more information on microchipping, please contact our P.A.W.S team and they will be more than happy to get you assistance. In other departmental news, we signed an additional agreement with the Fort Worth Police Department to get access to their patrol radio channels. It just made sense that our officers can better communicate with one another if we can access their radio channels as well, since we are working in both areas. I want to publicly thank Fort Worth Police Chief Neil Noakes and his Executive Assistant Chief Robert Aldridge for always thinking of our team and working together to create safer communities for both our cities. We appreciate our partnership. I also had the pleasure to meet with 2 other police chiefs in the past week. Michael Denning, a good friend from the Henderson, Nevada Police Department, was sworn in on November 15th as the next Chief of Police for Rowlett. While Rowlett's not real close to White Settlement, it is very important as a leader to keep our contacts up to date and look for opportunities to share best practices. Congratulations, Mike, we're proud of you. I also had the privilege of having lunch with North Lake Police Chief Robert Crawford. We discussed trends in policing and shared some great ideas on how to enhance communication with our residents of each respective city. It was a great event and opportunity to again expand our partnership. I also spoke with the White Settlement Independent School District to get access to their school notification system. As you're probably aware, many times we respond to school campuses across not only our city, but also within Fort Worth. And it's great to receive the immediate school safety alerts as they happen. Superintendent Frank Molinar and his executive team have been gracious and very welcoming to share their notification system with our police officers as well. On the crime front, we recently experienced 2 violent robberies, one at an adult entertainment store and one at a local retail merchant. While the suspect wore a ski mask in both robberies and exhibited a firearm in one of them, we quickly began working behind the scenes to develop leads in the cases. On Wednesday, November 23rd, we got a huge break in the investigation when one of our license plate readers alerted us that there was a stolen vehicle and this potentially armed robbery suspect matching the description in the robberies driving in our city along Clifford Street. In case you're not aware, I actually saw the suspect car drive right by the police department when I looked out the window. I yelled down the hall at my assistant police chief to come on and to jump into my car. I made it to the intersection of Clifford and Las Vegas and noticed 2 of our officers were attempting to make the traffic stop on the stolen car, and he made the unfortunate decision to flee at a high rate of speed, driving extremely reckless down Las Vegas Trail towards our Central Park. Anytime your police department engages in a vehicle pursuit, we assign a controlling supervisor to ensure that not only we're adhering to policy, but also monitoring roadway conditions as we weigh the need to immediately apprehend a fleeing vehicle while also balancing the risk to the innocent motoring public. In this case, our supervisory team made the decision to pursue this suspect based upon the following factors. We knew the car was stolen a few days prior in our city, and that car was also linked to multiple armed robberies across White Settlement and Benbrook. We have not ruled out his involvement in neighboring cities as well. You know, pursuits are very dangerous, and we don't take them lightly. As the suspect continued driving in excess of 80 miles an hour, he lost control on South Las Vegas Trail near Gibbs and rolled the car into a chain-link fence at Central Park. The wreck, of course, did not stop him as he miraculously jumped out and began fleeing on foot, attempting to, again, further evade capture. You can see from the vantage point of the dash camera footage that the full force and weight of the White Settlement Police Department came bearing down in every different direction as this violent felon continued his escape attempt.
He's bro. Oh, yeah. They got him. Got him. Got him.
As a leader, I wear my uniform every single day. I listen to the radio. I jump calls for service. I'm certainly not afraid to join a vehicle or foot pursuit or take a suspect into custody. You know, chiefs and our executive command staff, we never can forget where we come from and the reason that we all join this noble profession, which is to make a positive difference in the lives of others. And one way to do that is certainly to convey to our officers that we're not afraid to jump in on calls to reduce crime and apprehend suspects as well.
Police in suburban Fort Worth chased down and arrested a man they say was driving a stolen car.
A dash and body cam video shows yesterday's chase in White Settlement. Police say the driver, Michael Grant, lost control and crashed into a fence after speeding away from officers. He then got out and ran, but was stopped and arrested. White Settlement's police chief was among the officers who chased him down. Police say Grant had a fake handgun that he may have used in recent robberies, and he'll face several charges.
I was extremely proud of the teamwork and amount of personnel who showed up on scene to take care of business. This brings me to another important point. 39-year-old suspect Michael Grant should have never been on the street to begin with. He had been paroled for violent offenses and sent to the P.A.W.S treatment center on South Cherry Lane. Well, guess what? This didn't stop him from terrorizing our community and putting the lives of innocent citizens and police officers at risk. As a police chief, I will continue to advocate for legislative changes to increase the serious penalties for fleeing in a motor vehicle. It was just a week ago that our brothers and sisters in Grand Prairie had to lay to rest one of their heroes because of the actions of a fleeing suspect. You know, enough is enough. Join this police department in fighting with me, and let's send a message to Austin that we're fed up with the revolving criminal justice store, the slap on the wrist, ineffective probation and parole policies. And our criminal justice system has to do more. It has to hold offenders accountable. You know, I don't claim to have all the answers, but this is a classic case of a parolee living in our community amongst our residents and robbing people, robbing stores, stealing cars. And oh, by the way, not adhering to an officer's authority to pull them over. On another crime front, we responded to several mailboxes that were knocked down along Clifford Street between Russell and Blair. As you can see from this graphic, we're asking neighbors in this area to check their Ring doorbells or any other types of video surveillance that you may have from the overnight hours of November 21st to November 22nd. While I probably believe this is going to be some type of teenage prank, this is also a nuisance offense, and it's a criminal act under the criminal mischief statute. And we're going to prosecute these cases as such. So if you have footage, please email us the details. On the upcoming events front, the City of White Settlement is hosting its annual Light the Night Christmas Parade on Saturday, December 3rd at 6 p.m. We're going to start the Christmas Parade at Brewer Middle School along Cherry Lane, and we're going to go all the way down Cherry Lane to White Settlement Road. We're then going to come down to Las Vegas Trail, turn right, and then we're going to end up on Clifford Street and end the parade at Veterans Park. You do not want to miss this event. There's lots of cool activities. Santa Claus is going to be on hand at the conclusion of the parade, and also your WSPD's finest will also be in the parade. We also plan to debut our new subdued graphic Ford Police Interceptor Explorer. I hope to see all of you there at the event, so please mark your calendars now. As we end today, I hope all of you had a blessed Thanksgiving and enjoy the rest of this extended holiday weekend. I had the opportunity to visit with our police and fire department employees on Thanksgiving Day, along with our city manager, and they were all very enthusiastic about the great things happening within our hometown. So until next time, I am Chief Christopher Cook, and thank you again for tuning in to see behind the scenes on what's been going on in the police department. We appreciate your time in getting to know us better. Have a blessed weekend.